Hey friends, welcome. I'm Christiana Gaudet. I am your tarot fairy godmother. It is Saturday. I am live on my YouTube channel. You know what that means. It is time for the Saturday Psychic Sampler where you ask specific questions and I give you specific answers. I will take questions in the order that I see them. And I've noticed something. Some of you who are, some of you who are members, who are subscribers, will get here early and put your question in early. And maybe it's because you're not going to be able to be here for the live and you want to be able to listen to the replay and get in quick. But you know what? YouTube does not do well with that. It disappears. And I don't always have time to come here and capture it. So like, for instance, I know for a fact, Diana Price, thank you so much for being a member. I know for a fact that you had put up a question and I was like, oh, good. Okay, Diana will be first. I'm here and you're not first because I can't see the question anymore. I should have thought to screenshot it. I didn't. I'm so sorry. So basically, there's not a lot of way around being here live or pretty close to the time we go live to get your question on the list. And I do apologize for that. It's a YouTube thing. Again, I will do questions in the order that I see them. So before we get going, I just want to let you know a few things. On Monday, your 3-card weekly reading is going to be late. We're going to do it. It's already scheduled. You can see it. We're going to do it at 1 p.m. Eastern rather than the usual 9:30 a.m. That's just a scheduling issue on my part. It's not a permanent change, just for the week. Also next week, we have not one but two, count them, 2 classes. On Tuesday, 7 p.m., we have a guest teacher, my good friend Nancy Sage Shadow, Nancy Hendrickson, will be with us to do some ancestral tarot work. And then on Thursday, 7 p.m., it is time for Tarot Context Boot Camp. We are going to be very quickly looking at specific cards in specific situations and figuring out how the context of the situation might affect the meaning of the card. So this is going to be very good exercise. That's why we're calling it a boot camp. Very good exercise for your tarot reading. We also have a Room and Zoom class coming up. You need a ticket for that. That's on November 30th. Tarot is a tool of communication for clarity and insight. You can get your ticket for that by going to my website, Christiana Gaudet, or tarotbychristiana.com. I also want to remind you it is time to get your ticket for Starcon. That's STAARCON at starcon.com. Starcon will be January 21st through 23rd. It will be in person in Palm Beach Gardens and online on Accelavance, wherever you can join us. If you can join us in person, join us in person. If you can join us online, join us online. All ticket holders, whether in person or online, will have the same privilege to review the classes within their ticket online over the 30 days after the conference ends. So get your ticket now. Ticket prices range from $50 to $425. I'm sure in there you can find a ticket that works for you. Please do get your ticket. Seats are limited. All right, let's get going. Let me get shuffled. You know the drill. You know the rules. You ask a specific question. I give you a specific answer. If you happen to be here watching the replay, obviously I will not be able to take your question. But if you listen, you might hear something that you find interesting or helpful. Diana, I see your question. You know what? I'm going to go ahead and jump you because I know that you posted early. And so I'm going to go ahead and do your question first, and then I'll get to the order in which I see them. I hope no one minds that, but I do know that you were here early. Diana, thank you so much for being a member of this channel. Should I and will I be able to work my way around the world to Europe, or should I just go there first, establish a base, and then travel? Okay, so here we go. Work your way to Europe or go to Europe first and establish a base? Either's hard. You know, ain't nothing you're doing here that's easy. Can you work your way to Europe? You can. You absolutely can. Is it better to go there and establish a base first? Honestly, if possible, that might be the easier way. You are encouraged by the cards to be as open-minded as possible and just find the way that works and make it happen. That despite whatever plans you make, that's what you always end up doing anyway, is just what works here in the moment, go. And that's how it's going to be. But it may be that you need to establish your base first. All right, friends, thanks so much for that. Let me get back to the chat as I see it. Smile Soul 20, you're the first person I see saying good afternoon. Good afternoon to you. Thanks so much for being a member here. The next person I see is Claire C. Claire, thank you for being a member here. Will my trip to Costa Rica for dental work go smoothly? Man, nothing like dental tourism. I know a lot of people who do this and it works out very well for them. It is a sad comment on healthcare in the United States. But there it is. Will this go smoothly for you? Make sure you understand everything clearly. My concern is there may be something that you're confused about, whether it's a legal piece, a financial piece, a timing piece. Be clear about your agenda, your itinerary, everything you have to do to make sure everything does go smoothly. I think it's a good idea. I think it makes sense. But I feel like there is some piece of it that you're not clear on that you need to get clear on first. So be careful. All right, Robin Renee, so nice to see you. Thanks for being here. Thank you for being a member of this channel. Can I describe your primary spirit guide? What an interesting question. I want to say it's ancestral, female, and it's looking like a great-great-grandmother, something of that nature. Probably on the maternal side. And this is a person who had extreme talent. You may to this day hear stories of this person's talent and ability. Obviously, at the time of this person's life, this person would not have been able to shine the way a person now can, especially being female and being a person of color. And so this person is with you to help you shine as brightly as you can. This person is adding her shine to your shine to encourage yours so that future generations may be able to shine even more brightly. That's what I get. Barbara O'Brien, so nice to see you. I just purchased a house in Gainesville. Congratulations. Gainesville is such a cool place. That is amazing. Good choice, bad choice. Well, man, a little late for that question, huh? So interesting. I mean, an interesting choice. I think financially, it was a reasonable thing to do. I think the house that you got, it looks like you got a decent deal because of someone else's misfortune is really what happened. And for you, in a way, this could be life-changing in a way that feels a little weird for you. But I think if you just run with this and let this change happen, it could be a very, very good thing. Very good. Weird, but good. Okay. So next question I see is, shh, the person whose name I love to say. When will new genuine love is going to enter my life? This year or next? You know, this is a depends question. I feel like it's probably more likely next year, but there's something here where like it depends on what you do. What you do to prepare yourself, what you do to be open to meet people, what you do to bring this in. I feel like that's part of it too, that you have a role here too. So in some ways, it's not so much about when, it's about what you do to make it happen. Peggy Lou Leven, so nice to see you. Thanks for being a member here. Does the universe and spirit have any messages for me regarding my health for this upcoming year? And I know that you have some very specific health challenges. When we look at the upcoming year, I mean, it's not like these things are going to go away. You are dealing with some things that are with you. But there's actually reason to be hopeful. And I'm not just saying this to blow smoke up your butt. There's a real reason to be hopeful here. That as we get through this year, that there could be some healing, some new treatment, something that would be good, that would make things better for you. And again, this is not necessarily about making things go away that can't go away, but it can be about some new treatment or medication or something that is going to make a difference. So I'm actually kind of hopeful about what we'll see this year. Marion K. Taro, so nice to see you. Glad that you are here. Will I be successful in getting a place on the course I'm applying for, and is it the right time? If you are successful, then it is the right time. If you are not, then it is not the right time. This course that you are applying for is not easy. It's not easy to do. It's not easy to get into. Is it right for you? It is. It is. But you are right that timing is an issue. So I would say, let's not even predict what's going to happen here, because I think if you don't get in this time, you're going to reapply for another time. And when you get in, the time is right. And when you don't get in, the time is not right. This is a life-altering journey that we're talking about here. And it will make a huge difference in your life. And you should do it. And when it happens, the time will be right. Joanne Smith, so nice to see you. Thanks for being a member here. What is it I need to focus on right now? So much going on between one thing and another, I don't know which way to turn. The thing for you to focus on, honestly, is whatever makes you feel good in the moment. You need to focus on your own pleasure, your own rest, your own enjoyment, your own healing, whatever feels good for you. When you have a moment where you get to choose what you focus on, choose whatever the F you want. That is the spiritual lesson. I don't care if that's stupid TV, going outside, taking a nap, reading a book, doing a dance. I don't care what it is. Mindlessly scrolling. I don't care what it is. Do what makes you feel good in the precious little time that you have, where you get to choose. Choose you. Seriously. Nalini, nice to see you. Thanks for being here. My question is, what does my spirit team want me to know that can guide me in this phase of my life? Very good question. And the answer is, I think it's been hard for you to figure out what you want, because what you thought you wanted, you didn't want. And for a long period of time, it wasn't about what you wanted. It was about what other people wanted you to do, and you just went along with that. And so it's hard for you to figure out what you want. And so now there's like this spiritual thing of, okay, let spirit tell me what I want. But spirit is telling you to figure out what you want and go get it. Seriously. Your spirit team is like, we are behind you. Figure out what you want and we'll help you get it, but don't ask us to tell you what you want. The whole journey here is about feeling empowered to know what you yourself want to do in your life and to know that you have the power and the ability to do it. Hey, baby cakes, nice to see you. Should I hang out in South Carolina one more day or start driving back home? It's going to rain all day here. You were right about the little car problems during the trip. I'm sorry to be right about that. Oh, I wouldn't have minded being wrong. So hang out one more day or Start driving back now. 6 of one, half a dozen of another. There's a part of me that says start the drive now and take it slow and enjoy it. Seriously. But really, it doesn't matter either way. There's an up and a down either way. So do what feels right for you. But the more time you can take on the journey, the easier and better it's going to be. Okay, Rosie Telser. My daughter Alina has exams to be admitted in the university. How will she do? Let's take a look and see. I feel like she's nervous. And I think she's going to do all right. I think she's going to do okay. Not the best, not the worst, but certainly able to be admitted and have a good course of study. It will be fine, I promise. It'll be fine. Hey, Providencia. I am pretty sure you're the Provi that I know. I could be wrong. There's probably more than one of you on the planet, but I bet it's you. So nice to see you. Thanks for being here. I'm Carlos at the moment. Timing. Oh, hang on. That deserves. Okay. That deserves. Sorry. All right. Timing broke belt while on the highway and it ruined the engine. No. Will the resources needed to get another vehicle be available? It's going to take a minute, but yes, you will find the resources. People will help you one way or the other. You will be able to get a new vehicle, but it's going to take a minute. All right. Charles Smith, so nice to see you. Thanks for being a member here. Should I seek a VA rating increase for my back and right leg sciatica using a service rep or lawyer? The left leg weakness doesn't seem to be connected to the back injury. Okay, so should you seek the rating increase using a service rep or attorney? Yes. Yes, you should. I think it would be worthwhile and would make sense. Yes. Hey, 12-Step Tarot, nice to see you. Thanks for being a member here. Will the ponytail realize that I blocked him on my phone, or is he done trying to contact me after so many unanswered texts? He may not realize that he's blocked. You know, he may just like keep, what's that expression? Pissing in the wind? I'm sorry. I'm like vulgar today. I'm sorry. But seriously, he may not realize. So there's that. There's that. Ali Mammon, nice to see you. Could you please give me a plan of attack for my studies? What a great question. Thank you so much. Okay. Plan of attack for your studies. Do not feel overwhelmed. Yes, it's a lot. Yes, you can do it. Keep hydrated. Breathe. Find a study group. Study with friends. Or if you can't find a study group, I think you need a study group. You need a study group, or you need a person who's going to help you study, or like a tutor. You need someone to work with, someone to help you stay focused, someone that you can bounce things off of. It's really, really important. And as hard as all of this is, I think you're going to be successful. And I think that you need to have faith in that. Okay. Scrolling back, Jaylyn. If I put school on hold, will it affect my career long term? I've not been able to focus and I need a break. If you put school on hold, I think it's okay as long as it's just for a short period of time. You don't want that to stretch into something long. It'll be okay as long as it's for a short period of time, like a semester, but no longer. Hey, Kathy, thanks for being here. And thanks for being a member here. I'm feeling overwhelmed with all the options and resources for my spiritual journey. Where should I place my focus? Come to Starcon. Come to Starcon, Staarcon. Sorry, I just had to get that in there. But really, doing the reading, where should you put your focus? You know, I think for you, it's got to be more about community than it is about, well, this tool or that tool, or this course or that course. Where do you feel a sense of community? And I realize that this sells Starcon, but it sells a lot of other things too. It sells social media. It sells being right here on YouTube. Finding like-minded people and recognizing you may not agree with everybody, but the more people that you can sort of learn from, you know, rather than taking one very expensive course with one very expensive teacher, learn from as many people as you can and find community and play with as many different tools as you can. So it's not about focusing in, it's about taking it wide. Okay, Kim Moore, so nice to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member here. Okay, Praya, I hope I got your name correctly. When will I get a good job? I've been searching since March. My goodness gracious. Well, I feel like it's not going to be until after the new year. And it may be you get like part-time stuff or contractual stuff or something. I'm sorry to say this, but it may not be like until the spring or summer that you get a really great job, but you may have something else in the interim. Okay, Karen Winkle. What do I need to focus on to get myself back on track to get rid of a few stress pounds before the wedding? The answer is, honestly, I think a lot of it is exercise. You know, you've had time constraints and body issues where it's been really hard to exercise. So I feel like focusing on regular exercise would be really, 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 really helpful. Seriously. And oh my goodness, we just got a new member. Brown Sugar. Welcome. Thank you so much for your membership. So appreciated. Thank you so much. Okay. Remember, membership is a way to get some extra perks and support this channel. You can also support this channel with super chats and super stickers. You can also support us by liking this video. And if you're not subscribed, please do. Okay. Kay Lyle, so nice to see you. I'm having trouble focusing. What's going on? You know, it may be something medical. It may be a medication issue. It may be something, I talk to your doctor. I really have to say, I don't think it's spiritual. I don't think it's like what you're eating or something going on socially. I really think there's a medical piece here. So talk to your doctor. Jackie Masters, nice to see you. Thanks for being a member here. What is blocking me from letting go of what no longer serves me, and how can I embrace what does? Honestly, excuse me for saying this, but I think there's a part of you that is struggling with sort of self-worth, self-esteem, self-doubt. And that's why, like, you're questioning yourself about what serves you and about your own power here. The more you know your own power and your own worth, the more the rest of this is just going to naturally happen. I'm serious. Love Heart, so nice to see you. Thanks so much for being here. What is next in love for me? What is next in love for you is kind of figuring out what you want. I feel like it would be really good to spend some time just being social, taking care of you, making sure you have good boundaries. I feel like there's a whole history here that is based on prioritizing the wrong things and the wrong people. The more you can heal from that, the better the trajectory going forward is going to be. Kim Morse, thank you for being a member here. We all just keep getting sick over and over again. Been to the doc, but is there anything else we should be aware of? I'm so sorry to hear this. And the answer is, yeah, there is some fundamental truth that you're not hearing or that you're not getting. Is it a medical thing, a psychological thing, a spiritual thing? Could be all of the above. It may be that you need a different doctor or some different tests. But I also think there is something going on here on a more spiritual level. And I think it has to do with issues of boundaries and self-sufficiency. I feel like there are people in your circle who are young and cannot be self-sufficient. But there are other people who are not feeling able to be self-sufficient. And I feel like everyone is feeling this need to sort of like be taken care of. And I think that that's draining you. That's making them sick. It's making you sick. So I think an energy of self-sufficiency would be helpful. But I also think there's something that you may be missing as far as something in your house. Like, it makes me wonder, is there a mold issue? Something of that nature. So you may need a new doctor. You may need to look at environmental things. Good luck. I hope you all feel better soon. Okay, Sharon Saff, thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member. Having a lot of anxiety about the holiday season. Trying to organize big family gathering. Oh, should I try to organize big family gatherings or keep things small with intimate family only? I want it to be special. What's the best path forward? Honestly, I think you want the big family gatherings. And I realize they may not be as big as they would have been in years past, but I think you want to do the thing. And I think you should feel empowered to do the thing. And so I think you want the party. If you want the party, have the party. And it'll be beautiful. Gina, what will my 2020 be like? Well, it's a long year. It'll be like a lot of different things. I think the focus for you, though, needs to be about creating change, figuring out what you want to do to make the year be what you want it to be. Because the whole thing is, it needs to be different than what has been true in the past. That's the key. Moonlight Tarot, what's the rat currently feeling for me now? Interestingly, he's probably thinking about you. He's probably missing you. That probably is true. Okay, White Magic Witch. What should I do to improve my money? Slow things down. Make decisions slowly. Think about what you want. I think that you can be very impetuous. You can I want this and I want this right now and I'm going to do it right now and that's what I'm going to do. Don't do that. Slow down. That's really the key. Oh, Marion, thank you. It's hard in all respects, but you know me, I don't do easy. I do, but I also know that you do well. And Joanne, that's the hardest thing for me. Yeah, absolutely. Oh, that is you, Provi. I am so sorry for what you're going through, but it will be fine. Okay. So Charles, I don't usually do this, but I'm gonna do the second question as an adjunct to the first question. Privileges of being a member at the highest level. Using a service rep for free or paying a law firm. I'm going to say go with the service rep. I think the service rep could do it. Hey, Diana, nice to see you here. And Karen, it may be that you exercise while staying off your knee. There's a lot of things you can do to exercise while staying off the knee. Okay, Brown Sugar, again, thank you for becoming a member. Worried about my daughter. Would she ever be okay? Adriana, let's take a look. You know, she's got time. She's got time to figure it out. She's got time to heal. I think she will be okay. The question is, what can you do for her? And what you have to do is believe in her. Remember who she is even when you don't remember who she is. Now, let me say that again. Believe in who she is even when she doesn't believe in who she is. Believe in her, and I think that things will be better. There will be improvement. Okay, very good. So from my perspective, I've answered every question. If you had not asked a question yet, or if you asked a first question and I missed you, I'm so sorry. Go ahead and get those questions in now. It is last call for readings, y'all. Remember that on Monday, the 3-card weekly reading will be at 1 p.m. Eastern time rather than at the usual 9:30 a.m. That's a change just for this week. Anna, here's a question. Am I meant to make my living as a tarot reader, knowing that I would have to leave my present job because of conflicts? Is it my path? Am I just afraid to take a leap? So I would rephrase that question, because I just don't necessarily believe that, like we can have a feeling of, yes, this is what I'm meant to do. And that's a beautiful feeling when it happens. But that doesn't necessarily go along with what the reality is. So I'm not really concerned with what you might be meant to do. And I don't even know that I believe that people are meant to do things. The question is, can you make a living as a tarot reader at this point? If you were to quit your job right now, could you make a living as a tarot reader? And the answer is, it would take some time to ramp up to that. Do you have the resources to take that time? And would you be able to ramp up to that? And how long would that take? You would be able to ramp up to that. I would figure 6 to 8 months, you'd have it. So what you need is resources for 6 to 8 months, and then you can quit your job. Now, that's, and what I'm hearing is you can't be a professional tarot reader and also do your job at the same time, which is how most of us did it, is we sort of worked the side hustle into the main hustle over time. If you can't do that, what you need is some cash to sit on, or some situation where you don't have to make that full-time income for 6 to 8 months. And I think you can do it. All right. Good luck to you on that. Okay. Peaceful Heart, can I please get an insight into my future husband? So that's such an interesting thing, because so what does that mean? Does that mean you know who your future husband is and you want me to give you insight into this person that you're planning on marrying? Or does that mean that you want me to predict what your future husband would be like? And, does that mean you get no say in the matter? Like, what do you want your future husband to be like? When I look at what the right sort of person for you would be, what you would want or need in a person, I feel like you're not even sure, like whatever you've seen in other relationships or whatever you've thought about in relationships, I feel like you've been in a position where you've seen men treat women badly. Okay, so you're currently single. Okay, good. So I feel like you've been in a position where either you've been treated badly by men or you've seen men treat women badly. And so I almost feel like for you, that feels like a norm, like that's just accepted. That's just what we accept. And I think what you need is a person who is going to treat you as the precious person you are. But there's a part of me that worries that you'll choose something different. So at the end of the day, it's all about what you choose. But you need to know that you deserve and should be treated as the precious person you are. And that's the important thing. And I know that that's what's important. And brown sugar, yeah, it looks like she's got some mental health issues. As long as she can get her therapy and do what she needs to do and find what works for her, she will be okay, I promise. Okay. Iva, so nice to see you. And hey, you helped out with a super chat the other day after I'd already gone out offline. So thank you for that. And thanks for being a member. 4 interviews for one job. Are they disorganized? Do I want to be there? You know, that's the new norm. I think because it's so hard to find people and it's so hard to fire people, this is the new norm. Charles, either way, you got an answer. Go with the rep. Anyway, Iva, sorry. Okay. Do you want to be at this new job? If they hire you, do you want this job? Yeah. I mean, it's not perfect, but it's not perfect where you are either. And this would be, I think, an interesting change. And I think the 4 interviews really more than anything talks about how careful they are trying to be in this hiring process to find just the right person. Okay. Okay. So from my perspective, I've answered every question. I want to thank you all so much. I want to remind you I am available for readings by phone, Skype, FaceTime, Messenger, Zoom, in person at this table right here. Go to my website to schedule, christianagodet.com or tarotbychristiana.com. And again, join us Monday at an unusual time, 1 p.m. instead of the usual 9:30 p.m. That's Eastern time. And get your ticket for Starcon, STAARCON.com. And while you're here on YouTube, make sure you subscribe to Starcast. That is the video of the podcast that celebrates Starcon, STAARCAST. Go ahead and subscribe. Thank you so much. I'll look forward to seeing you soon.